Hi, welcome back to our show. Just kidding. Welcome back to the journal check-in series, week 3, and it's a pretty good week. Where do we begin? I think I want to address the comments or the feedback. So the first thing about actually, let's talk about Prac. So this Thursday, on September 8th, I had my first client. I was supposed to have 2 more on the 10th on Saturday, but they canceled. No one told me about the disappointment you get, or like sadness that you get when a client cancels, because like, dang, I was looking forward to that. Anyway, my first client was amazing. I was not nervous to like feel that, because I generally don't am not an anxious person like that. But what happened is, like, right before I was supposed to go get her, I was like, wait, should I go out this door? Should I go out that door? Like, which way? And the manager, director, Alina, was like, are you okay? You're like having some nervous energy right now. I'm like, I know, that's weird, because that's not me. And I'm like, I just like, which way do I go? So anyway, that kind of like got out of my system real quick. I went and I got my client, 24-year-old, heterosexual cis female, and we went in there, and it was really good. We have to do assessments, and I got a lot of information in that hour, and it was so like, just it flowed, and the like rapport I felt was like very natural. I even noticed like 20 minutes into it, she had come in with like her sweater and her purse on. She took her purse off and her sweater, and like you could just tell. And at the end, she was like, I feel so relieved. She cried during, and was like, I've been looking forward to this day for so long, and I'm really excited, and I'm really excited for her growth and like the work we're gonna do. I did feel some countertransference come up. She reported like depressive symptoms, and when I got to like the underlying cause of that, it was involving a guy and like all that stuff, and I was like, yeah, but I was able to recognize it and check it and not like stray. Like, I felt very present there. I was listening. Like, I wasn't thinking of like, oh shit, I gotta say something. I just felt really good, and I felt like this is exactly where you need to be, and you're doing it, and you are like meant to do this, and you're good at it too. Not to be like super cocky, but like, I just feel like where I'm at right now, exactly in my life, is where I need to be. And that's a really good place to be, considering, what life has been like. So where was I? So Prac. Going back to Prac, just touching on the my classmate, who is my colleague as well. So I noticed my pattern. I've noticed this pattern long ago, probably in the last 3 years. More specific, I think, when I was like, maybe like 4 years ago, when I was in my marriage, and my ex was the first one to bring it up, of like, he was talking about my brother, like, he's whatever years old, why do you still need to do that for him? And that was kind of the first time I got it in my head of like, oh shit. But now I think I've definitely got like, I don't want to say it is a better grip, and I notice I do it and I stop myself. So like, for example, with my classmate, it was something I was like worried about, in the sense of like it being a test of like, have you grown? Like, do you? I know you recognize this, but like, are you gonna act on your feelings? And yeah, I think in order, you said like, what do I need to do or think in order to see my classmate as a classmate? I think it was just telling myself, like, she's my classmate, who's also, like, my friend, because we were friends long before, like, being at the internship. And just knowing, like, this is her journey, because I think that was a lesson I learned last year of, like, everyone's on their own journey, and that's okay. Like, you don't have to save them, because that's going to be their lesson to figure out. And you can't take that from them, and you can't prevent them. Like, I know, like, I do it out of, like, love and care, and definitely some, like, I don't want you to go through what I did. Like, I know I did that a lot with my sister, and at some point I had to be like, you know what? You earned that yourself because you went through it, so don't take that from her. Or not take it from her, but yeah. So I think it's just, like, reminding myself of, like, this, like, you know, if something happens with my classmate, like, you know, this is happening for her, not to her, and, like, I can be here as support and not as, like, you know, not take it on as my own, and, you know, all that stuff. Sorry, I'm, like, really, I don't want this to be super long for you, so I'm trying to be fast. But anyway, so me and my mom, damn, that is a whole video. Basically what happened is that, and I'm really trying to work on this, keeping a long story short, because that's an issue. I haven't had the conversation with her yet. So I did have a birthday last time. No, wait, we talked about that. Anyway, first week of 30 has been really great. And I haven't talked to my mom yet, because I was supposed to see her on Saturday yesterday, but she didn't end up coming because it was my uncle's birthday too, because she's sick. So I thought, like, oh, I'm going to show up at the house with flowers. So I'm actually going to do it tomorrow because it's my day off. And what happened with my mom is basically in March. So for the past few years, I was working as her caretaker, because long before, I would take my mom out to get groceries and, like, do her errands because she doesn't drive. And I just did that because, like, my mom needs help. And then my grandma was like, oh, you can get paid by the state to be a caretaker through IHSS. It's like a program where whatever. So I was doing that for a few years, and that was actually helping me because I wouldn't work. I'd be going to school. And then when, like, the divorce happened, I needed income, and I couldn't keep myself afloat if I didn't have a full-time job. So that money was helping me while I was also working another part-time job. Anyway, March, when I started this program, I was obviously a lot more consumed, and my mom was just she can be really demanding, and because of her diagnosis, I think she doesn't have that insight of, like, other people have things going on. Also, that might be something I've noticed with my other friends' moms, like, oh yeah, you know, she just can, I don't know, not be aware sometimes. Anyway, so basically my mom got mad that I didn't want to take her to Costco because I had a full week, and I told her I could take her the next week, and she was like, no, you're always busy, blah blah blah, fired me. And I told her, if you fire me, like, I'm gonna really struggle financially, and, like, I just need this through the last year of grad school, because I'm independent. I live on my own in LA, have a car payment, all that stuff, and that money was really helpful. And so I told her, if you do this, like, it's gonna really hurt me, and I'm probably not gonna want to talk to you for a long time because I don't know how I'm going to support myself. And also, like, as my mom, you can do this for me and help me out, and it feels like you're just not. So yeah, she fired me. I took that. I was like, okay, well, I don't want to see you or hear from you for a while because I'm hurt. And I told her that I was hurt about what happened, and I don't think she really could comprehend it because of her diagnosis, and I guess her personality too. So yeah, I have not seen her since March, maybe February, I don't know. And I definitely haven't spoken to her since April because I didn't tell her Happy Mother's Day, and yeah, I haven't. I'm working towards it though. I actually got this book. It's called Mother Hunger. I've been reading a lot about this mother wound. And I know that's something that is really impactful on my life and my relationships and the relationship with myself. And so I am working towards like forgiveness with her and understanding and like really ending this cycle, because I know it didn't begin with her. So yeah. And also class this week. This is a 10-minute video. I'm so sorry if you're still watching. I really enjoyed class this week. I was challenged and given a lot to think about. And that's kind of where I am right now. Growth edges are getting pruned at, I think that's the word. And yeah, also I've been using my book of wins, and I don't know where it's at. I think it's right here under all my stuff. But I definitely wrote down my first client experience because I was so proud of myself, and I am so proud of the person I'm going to be when this program is over. So yes, thank you for watching this video. I'll see you next Sunday. Bye.